Oh, I hit him! Oh, that looks so clean. Last man should turn. It's a solo rate. Dog, she was gonna drop she stuff, dog. Follow me on Twitter at xraynyt to stay up to date with me when I'm not uploading. Thanks. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Rain, and just before I get to the main point of this video, I really hope everybody had a wonderful and safe Christmas. Even if you didn't get the chance to spend it with your loved ones, I really hope you get what you wanted and be able to spend some quality time with yourself, you know. For today, we're gonna continue the topic about solo queuing in Apex Legends, as this is still an ongoing topic by a lot of the community who see this as an unfair and balanced thing in the game to deal with. If you'd like to see me continue with making these types of videos that I've been putting out, like and comment to show your support, leave any feedback or ideas of videos you want to see me do, and subscribe to help the channel grow, to support the channel, because if you don't, you won't be able to get a heirloom at all. I mean ever in your life of playing Apex. I mean, I just recently got mine for Christmas, so if you want one, you better subscribe, because if you don't, you'll never get one. So anyways, to continue from the last video that I talked about this topic, solo queuing is still miserable to play. And even after that video that I made, there were still people showing how bad it is to play solo. Even some big names recently pop up like Kobe, Quake, and even Vis, saying that it's bad and they should really reconsider the decision of adding solos mode in Apex. I thought it would be a cool idea to come up with ways to make it possible for solos to work in Apex and how we could balance solo mode for everybody to enjoy. Okay, first, before we think about balancing solos, we need to see why it failed when it first came out to us, which I don't believe, because I thought it was a hit. It still to this day remains as my favorite LTM of all time. The biggest reason for them for not pushing to improve solos is because they saw the mode negatively impacted the game, especially when it comes to new player retention. Also, they saw some legends being useless because their abilities were made to complement solo play. Now remember, this statement was also given to us earlier this year after they made duos permanent. Even some people in the community say that solos will only be full of raids and nobody will play any other legends. Fast forward to now, and well, I could say that almost all the problems we had before are literally gone now. They worry about new player retention. You know, new players come to the game, they play solos, they think, you know, that is not for them, they don't like it, they're not gonna play the game. Now remember, everybody complains about skill-based matchmaking. It's supposed to protect the newbies and it'll keep them lower ranked newbies in their own lobbies, right? If that is the case, then what is the problem with bringing it back? I mean, they are afraid of the new player retention to be ruined again, right? But the skill-based matchmaking is supposed to be there to keep them in their own lobby. So what's the problem? Some people say that some legends would be useless and so will just be full of rates only. In my opinion, nobody is useless. But Lifeline cannot raise anybody in solo. So here's an idea. Give Lifeline a fast self-res where the dock fully protected 100%. Basically a free second life. This will heavily come into effect because remember, solos, the third party in solos is going to be hectic, because after one fight it's going to beat the next fight, it's going to beat the next fight. Remember, you gonna be fighting with 59 other people, so there's probably a guaranteed chance you could get away with this passive buff. Plus there are so many better legends for solo play other than Wraith. Like literally, Wraith is not the only one. You'll just need to know how to play other legends. Other things they could do is everybody have a free gold knockdown shield. I think they had that already, since, you know, respawn beacons will be useless. And they can even disable ultimate abilities, since those are the main abilities that are used mostly for team play and actually will have an effect on the battlefield. You know, they just stated before that they want Apex to be a more gun skill meta than a ability based meta. Your tactical should be more suited for yourself. Of course, it will have your benefits for your teams, but also almost all the tacticals will benefit for yourself and could help you out. It also has a solo factor for you. Look, I'm telling you, I'm so sure solos could work. I just really want to see it come back, just at least for us to test it out once though. That is really all I ask him. It's literally been like 5 seasons since we last had it, and so much has changed. Even if Respawn still say no to that idea, some other ideas I have seen shared around. First one that I saw from a competitive player named Matafi, saying they should make ranked solo queue only. They'll still have trio teams, but all teams will be solo queued players, not pre-made team. This would show who will be the best of the best and would benefit the more better mechanical and smarter players. This could work out to an extent. As much as it would save the players that are solo queuing, it's going to be a huge injustice for everyone that wants to play with teams and really will hurt the team aspect of Apex. If it was possible to execute this idea into pubs, I am fully 100 down to see it happen. Other suggestions that I see is to remove duos and replace it with solos instead. People have wanted duos for a long time too, and they've gotten it. And surprisingly, duos has started to become a dead mode in Apex. This I could see working out too, you know. Even see duo squads queuing into trio lobbies. That's how bad the mode has gotten. One last idea that I see shared in a video from JMeyels. Link in the description if you want to watch this video. One thing Respawn can implement for solo queue players for rank is that they will be penalized less but will be rewarded more. I believe this would be like the entry cost for a rank match will be less for solo players and you will gain more RP coming out of that match. I could honestly see this being a really good idea. He sourced this idea straight from Rocket League as they are doing the same exact thing. I believe that what he said, and honestly I could see this work in Apex. I mean, you are being placed with a random team, see your communication, see your type of chemistry going around between your team. You don't know how good your teammates could hold up with each other, how good are they 1v1s, while you have to go against a lobby full of stacked teams that have the best comms in existence. And yet at the end of the match, everybody losing the same amount of points, everybody gaining the same amount of points, while you get more headache to deal with your team. Honestly, I just really liked to see Respawn think about the solo players that have to go through the struggle a lot. Despite the few that would say we just bad and making up excuses and have so many things to help us play with other people, honestly a lot of these things just don't work for everybody. Even with some of these groups that are looking for teams or whatever, a lot of people that I end up grouping with are just have a lot of bad vibes or players that just don't want to talk. And even with some of the requirements people are looking for to play with other teams, it's literally ridiculous. Some people will be asking for 20k badges, 4k badges, must have 50,000 kills on one legend, must be #1 predator on all consoles. It's like, it's super rare to see a requirement where an average player could even join. Look, you can't even join as an average player. That's just how strict some people want to be in Apex. And also the clubs mode, yeah, that was a big miss, to be honest. I really feel like it really wasn't implemented properly at all. If the only clubs I could ever find only has like 1 or 2 people in it, and it never grows at all. It just never grows. Anyways, I really hope Respawn really, and I mean really, consider this a lot. I would love for them to touch up on this topic so much. If I do sound like if I come out hard on this video, I do apologize. I just really want this to be brought up by the devs and just see them taking this seriously. I really hope you all do support everything that I said I went through in this video. Like and comment and subscribe for more Apex content. I hope you all are doing great, keeping it 100, and I will see all of you all later.